Hey yo, everybody! Jeff, aka GCurse, here with Aaron, my co-host Anavrin.
Hey, yo, everybody.
Today it is 6:11 p. Hold on, let me actually share. That way you guys can see it possibly. Here, let's close that.
Casey's lying about what time it is.
Yeah, it is currently 12. Can you see this? Okay, also
No,
there.
6:12 and
Okay,
11, 12, 13.
yeah. Okay, so it's 6:12 p.m. on the 27th of July. It is sweltering here. I mean, literally, it's getting to the point that like I can sit here, even with a fucking fan blowing on me, I'm sweating. You know,
Yeah,
that's
I'm in the basement and I'm sweating.
yes. And it's like I'm not even moving. It's just I can just literally like feel my shirt starting to actually, kind of stick and stuff. It's just like,
Yeah.
normally you don't think that you're gonna sweat unless you're actually doing some physical activity and stuff, but apparently you can sweat if it's warm enough and you're just sitting in a place.
Oh, yeah. You never been in a sauna?
Nah.
No.
Unlike you, I don't have my sauna.
That's true. It is
Mr.
pretty high
Fancy.
end.
Yeah, Mr. Fancy over there. But so it is currently 87 here in the city that never sleeps because of drug dealers and everything. But it feels like it's 92, so
It looks like your air quality might be bad. You got an alert up there.
yeah. Oh, they actually up. Okay, because they moved it down because the heat advisory was actually the one that was up on top.
Right.
So we got a heat advisory that goes from the 27th, which is today, to the 30th at 9 p.m. So, but Aaron is correct. We do have an air quality alert, and it's not hazy yet like what it has been last few years, but you can definitely tell it's starting to get bad. It's supposed to go from the 26th to the 28th. So,
oh, yeah.
How's the air up there? I know that it's really hot. Is it really bad? The air?
It doesn't look bad. Like there isn't any kind of haze or smoggy. But I don't know what the quality actually is.
Okay, well, we will take a look right now to see how it is in Aaron's neck of the
I
woods.
know it's hotter than hell.
No, that can't be because you're not in hell. Hell's in like Nevada or something like that. Arizona, right. Something.
That's true. Oh, so, thank God for Saturday when we were only at 99.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you about. Like,
what a relief.
It made you into a liar. It made you into a liar.
Hey, I use AccuWeather and it says 102, 102, 102, 102.
I'm wondering if it's just based on where they take the readings also,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But yeah, so it's 98 right now. However, in about an hour, it will be 97. So you can start cooling down. But
okay, so we're probably not going to hit 100 today then.
Nah. Normally they say that isn't like the last chance that for the heat to be like at around 5-ish. Is that
then what they say? Do you know if maybe we did hit 100 then and it's already cooling down?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Could have.
If it was peaked at 5, then maybe we're on the way down.
Let's see here. Let's take a look at this. Okay, that way we can get an idea. When it
72 at night.
Yeah. Well, if you take a look here at midnight tonight for you, it's still 80.
I know, it's crazy because we were out like 11 o'clock last night. It was like 84, like it is gonna be tonight. And
I ended up actually, I'm not sure how you guys slept, but I actually had a fan blowing on me and the air conditioner. I had that since it's a portable air conditioner. Yeah. I had it pointed towards my bed.
Oh, good.
So I had like two sources of just blowing on me.
Yeah.
So, but let's scroll. Let's see here. It hits about 100. Yeah, it looks like 102 at 4. So it could be that you actually did hit 100.
Yeah, we probably did. Yeah, if it's already down to 99 tomorrow by 6 or 7. Yeah. So
let's see here. Sunrise for Aaron today was 5:20 a.m. Sunset's at 8:31 p.m. But if you go all the way out,
did it say the record high was 101?
Where?
When you scroll down.
Oh, yeah, back in 98.
Yeah, okay. So close.
Well, let's see. What is tomorrow's record? Oh, you'll break it tomorrow.
What's tomorrow? 99? Oh, yeah, we got that.
Yeah. Let's see here. So, but going all the way out to the 5th on Friday, your sunrise is at 5:31 and sunset is at 8:18.
Getting earlier.
Yeah. And then for Kelso, Why does it do that? It should just go right back to me. There it goes. Sunrise today was at 5:47. Sunset is at 8:48. And by the 5th, 5:58 a.m. and 8:36 p.m. I did some research to see like what the sunrise time would be when I report back to work full time, like on the 29th or whatever of August.
Yeah.
And sunrise is actually at 6:30. And I think sunset is actually just before 8 p.m. So it's like it's you can definitely tell we're approaching fall.
Yeah. We didn't see the air quality, did we, Spokane?
Spokane.
I mean, there's no alerts.
Here,
so that's probably good, but
well, I didn't click on it, but we can always. Well, it just says excessive heat, but let's just see if there is anything else. Nope. But what I can do is let's see here. Air quality index, Spokane, Washington. Okay, I see here. Accu. They used to be, maybe it's this one. When we were having all the bad fires a couple of years ago before you and the family moved.
Yeah.
I used to check a website and it says you're good.
Cool.
Let's see here. Let's check. But yeah, I used to check a website. No, actually, wait. Okay, it says it says moderate today, but then it has.
It's currently good.
Yeah. Oh well, but yeah, I would check a website like this because it was like so bad, and we were like down.
Oh yeah.
We were, if you remember, we were like in the hazardous where we were actually above 500. You know, if you remember.
Yeah, there was places over 1,000. Yeah, I remember it was bad.
You couldn't even look out. You couldn't even. Well, you could look outside, but you couldn't see that far, like because of the smoke and everything.
Yeah, just to see what it was like in the house, we took a big air filter and stuck it on the box fan in the back and just let it run in the house for a couple hours, and it was like covered. Black. Yeah. So it's like, oh crap.
Yeah, it's nothing to really, kind of take heart, lightly.
Yeah, it's not good for your lungs.
Okay, so today, ladies and gentlemen, here, let's stop the share. Today we are doing something different. Normally, today we would have done like something like Unsolved Mysteries, but because Facebook, they fucked it up badly. They have been wanting to have their own like video on demand / streaming service to kind of rival like what Twitch and YouTube does.
Yeah.
Well, one of the most basic things when it comes to video on demand, what that I always use is playlist. You upload your videos and you add specific videos to a list that people can just look at,
Right.
Somehow they fucked it up where like until recently, even today, I couldn't even access my playlist. I couldn't edit them. I couldn't see it. It was just like they did not exist.
Weird.
And it was chronically getting worse over the last 2 weeks. And this was like the worst, But for over a week, I was sending, they're like, well, if you ever find any problems, please send us a report via the help report problem tab, And first, I was polite. I'm like, hello, my name is this. I run this page. I cannot act. First I was just having problems. Like the playlist, I would have a lot of videos, like say more than 70. Would not show up, but playlists that had like 5 would show up, show the content,
Gotcha.
And I'd be like, okay, well, here's this problem. And then by like the beginning of this week, it was to the point you would click on playlist and it just said nothing. You had nothing.
So it got worse.
Yeah. So like I said, I was sending, these reports, and I was being polite, but being polite can only get you so far. At least my opinion. Well, it got to the point, like, I literally started, these, because, I'm wanting people, because people, not only was it I cannot access these playlists, but the people who follow me could not either,
Yeah, if the creator can't even do it, what hope does anyone else?
It got to the point I was literally addressing these, reports that I was sending to Facebook on a daily basis. I started literally, starting these things by saying, hey, dipshits.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, dipshits. This is day 5. I can't access my fucking playlist. Fix your fucking shit. No wonder YouTube and Twitch is kicking your fucking ass. You can't keep the most basic shit fixed. And then I would also attach, because they say we'd like to see a screen cap. Oh, they got a screen cap, and everything. So, but because of these issues that are plaguing Facebook, we are not doing Unsolved Mysteries today. So we're going to be doing sightings. And to those who are not aware, sightings was what I like to call the bootleg version of Unsolved Mysteries. They're both good. It's just you could tell that one show had a little bit more in the way of production value than the other. So,
yeah, right.
But honestly, when it comes to that, I think that the whole rawness of what sightings was, I think that made it just a little bit better. Because granted, Unsolved Mysteries was really raw when, like, the first couple years.
Yeah.
But once the money really rolled in and then they started relying too much on green screen, you could just tell when it started changing for the worse.
Sure.
So that is what we are going to be doing today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be watching Sightings season 4, episode 4. Now, I think I got all these downloaded to my external hard drive. It's just I didn't have a chance to go and dig up the power cords for them. So,
gotcha.
And I think either Fox, because Fox was the original company that owned or produced the show.
Yeah.
Either that or whoever owns Sightings. I'm guessing they're playing a Cosgrove viewer because all of a sudden seasons 1, 2, and 3 are now gone.
Oh,
they're gone. It's like they've been Thanos snapped from the internet.
There will be no sightings of sightings.
Yeah, exactly. Can you see the sightings? I can't see.
They even kind of ripped off the color scheme for Unsolved Mysteries here.
A little bit, yeah.
The kind of pink and purpley.
Yeah. So, and I'll be honest, I cannot recall what this case involves. It's Black Forest haunting, the Mars complex, and then in the news, Restless Warrior update UFO confrontation.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yep. So there's also not like a wiki page, like a wiki website, like what Unsolved Mysteries does. So when we get done with this, it'll be it. So hopefully we should be done within an hour.
Gotcha.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix the share. 1 second. Optimize. There we go. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Can you hear it?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay.
Within Colorado's Black Forest, something is disturbing the solitude of Steve
Ham.
and Bethany's Rocky Mountain.
You beat me to it, dude. I was actually about to make a Black Forest ham comment myself. Damn you,
delicious.
Aaron.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't read the notes before we started.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, sometimes you're allowed to get one over on me.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Treat.
We came home and it was like the 4th of July in our living room and in our bedroom.
A sightings investigation provides some answers. Then, could this man have discovered proof of intelligent life on Mars?
You realize how fantastic all this sounds.
Yes.
I like how it took him like 2 seconds to reply to that.
Right.
It's like, well,
Yes.
he was like looking down the road. Like, if I go this route,
Right.
will this happen? But if I go this route, will she think I'm a nut job? Good.
Laylee Hayslip knew that her brother's spirit would not be still until she found and buried his remains. Sightings goes to Vietnam, searching for the spirit of a restless warrior. There's further proof of a dramatic UFO encounter over Iran.
It can be any technology to be like that is only UFO.
And first there were crop circles. Now Sightings uncovers the mystery of the sand rings.
Okay, it's the sand rings. But before we continue, the one thing I do want to say regarding the Iran segment, considering especially back in the early 90s, because this was done in the early 90s, Iran was still, well, they're still pretty secretive now, but I mean, back then they were all real secretive. You could, so the fact that they were actually talking to an American TV show about something going on in their country, they must have been kind of really taking it serious if they were talking to us evil Westerners.
Right.
out.
Right. This great Satan.
Yeah. Okay.
At least we're great.
Yeah. While this is playing, I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Oh, I thought that was going to spell something more. ESP. Era or all. It's confusing.
Welcome to Sightings. I'm Tim White. When the Lee family of Black Forest, Colorado contacted Sightings, it was their last resort. The Lees were exhausted, both emotionally and financially. They'd spent everything they had trying to cope with the terrifying haunting in their rustic mountain home. When Sightings saw photographs the Lees had taken of the supposed entity, an investigative team was quickly dispatched.
Okay, Aaron.
Yeah.
What do you like on your Black Forest?
Probably some cheddar cheese.
Okay.
Are we having a sandwich?
Yeah, it's Black Forest having sandwich.
Yeah, probably onions, lettuce,
Yeah. Ooh.
mayo.
I never thought
and,
about onions.
And I'm gonna have some mustard. I think that'll do it.
Me.
What about you?
Me, honestly, the ham, of course, mayo, mustard, maybe some lettuce and tomatoes.
Oh yeah, tomato would have been good.
Yeah.
With the majestic Rocky Mountains as a backdrop, Black Forest, Colorado seemed like a picture-perfect destination for Steve and Beth Lee. For 5 years, the Lees rented homes in the area until they decided this was the place they wanted to set down roots. Strangely, as soon as they made the commitment to stay, the paranormal force wanted them out.
We came home and it was like the 4th of July in our living room and in our bedroom. We had all kinds of lights flashing through. We would hear people walking, or it sounded like people walking across the roof. We would lay in bed at night and hear chains dangling. One night we woke up and we heard orchestra music. Just strange things started happening.
The Lees did not immediately assume that this was the work of a ghost or a poltergeist.
Okay, if the lights are going off in your house, you're hearing loud music. I think, didn't she say like a pipe organ or something like that was also
Orchestra or something.
Orchestra?
Yeah. Symphony
What-
or
If it wasn't ghost, what the fuck do you think it was then?
yeah, it seemed weird that someone would be, trying to scare you with audio and visual effects.
Yeah.
They searched for a conventional explanation. A sophisticated burglar alarm was installed. Security cameras surveyed.
Wow,
the
they just
property.
told us their
Beth
code.
hired private
What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4?
I think it was like 1-3-4-5 or something. Like that. 1-3-5-6.
Well,
Now we can break into their house 24 years ago.
Well, yeah. How much on bet after this came out, they probably had a burglary happen.
Right.
But what I love is the fact that they went to do this. And they got this elaborate setup with security cameras to catch people who could have been in an orchestra. I like that. It's like,
Yeah. You got us.
Yeah.
There's the guy with the cello.
investigators and queried state and
Ooh, look at
federal
that computer.
agencies.
That's
So
a nice
far,
one.
These efforts have added up to more than $30,000.
Holy
We
shit.
basically used all of our savings.
Wait,
God,
can we look at the expense list real quick?
Sure. Yeah,
Is-
sure.
How much do they spend on window blinds?
Hold on.
Added up to more than 30.
Okay, window blinds, $1,200.
Damn.
But the thing is, literally, if they were to do this right now, they could have got like a couple of those those like Ring alarms
Yeah.
that Amazon sells or whatever they're
Like
called.
$99.
Yeah, you could have saved yourself $2,300 right there,
So they had a private investigator, a team of lady investigators, it says. They also had an electronic private investigator, which was
Yeah.
even more expensive. Oh, no,
what-
look at all the private investigators
Yeah.
they hired.
They probably, because the first one that they hired, that is on line number 9, that they probably told these lady investigators, they probably told them what it was, what they were dealing with.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
investigators probably thought these guys are nut jobs.
Yeah.
So they just went to the next investigator and then the next investigator.
What is the the bottom one is somebody's name, and it says a well-known investigator. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can try to. Shit.
Agencies. So far, these efforts have added up to more than
It says Gordon Mitchell.
Yeah.
Well-known investigator.
He got $2,000.
So this one guy was actually more than
That guy was a bargain.
Well, actually, it was about the same price for the other 3 groups.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this family. Now, I'm not trying to sound mean. It's just that back then people were a lot easier to be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
How much I bet that they were just looking up like investigators in the white pages, and they were just hiring out everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, even in the early 90s, how fucking rich were your how expensive were your blinds? Because when me and my mom lived on Cedar Street,
Uh-huh.
she was able to get blinds for the entire little unit that me and her lived in, and it cost no more than like $500. For $1,200, those things better be made of gold. Like holy shit.
Crazy.
than $30,000.
We've basically used all of our savings. We've used all of our things we ever invested. We've used the college funds, the whole works, trying to figure this out.
The Lees have been gathering an impressive body of evidence that some strange forces at work here. There are audio tapes of inexplicable noises, statements from multiple eyewitnesses, and bizarre photographic images.
Things started coming out in the photographs, and which I thought was a light leak, and
Okay, wait, hold on 1 second.
things started coming out in the photo.
Okay, can we take a moment here to respect the awesomeness of the combination of mustache and mullet?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, this is like prime early 90s. This is like you had this, you're ready to rock. Yeah.
Right. You're MacGyver and Tom Selleck at the same time.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Photographs, and which I thought was a light leak, and the camera messing up. So that's when I changed cameras and started taking a lot more pictures. I took a picture right over against my wall, and when we got it back, it had some fog in it with an image it looked like of a face. I'm getting the same image in the fog outside the house and in front of the house and back, no matter where I take it.
The images contradicted the Lees' belief that the disturbances.
Okay, I like this house now. You know why?
You
Built-in
can climb
ladder.
up the side.
Built-in
Yeah.
ladder.
It's pretty cool. Good idea. But that's how people get on the roof. And then do their orchestras.
Oh, I never thought about that. I was gonna say, although be it my fat ass, I'd try that and it'd just break off or something.
I don't think you could break those. Are pretty sturdy.
Oh, you'd be shocked what I can break, dude.
Maybe if you had termite damage.
Interference,
Yeah,
atmospheric conditions, or intruders. These photos convinced them to search in a new paranormal direction. When Steve Lee contacted Sightings for help, we called in longtime photographic consultant Edson Williams. Williams is an expert in creating special effects on film. He is trained to detect trick photography.
Of all the pictures I saw, this is certainly one of the most curious. It would be difficult to recreate that dot on a single exposure. This dot caught my eye because this is the only instance where there's both a hazy aberration and a very sharp dot. And also these are indoor. This is the first and only dot I've seen that was inside the house. This image was probably the most interesting of all the images to me. It has a light beam that seems to be emanating from the ceiling. It has a slight...
You know what this reminds me of? There's a movie, I think it came out like in the early 90s. Ever heard of a movie called Fire in the Sky?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if I can actually pull that up.
D.B. Sweeney, I think, was the star of that.
1993.
Something Sweeney.
Well, it's not exactly what I was thinking, but can you see this picture here that I'm kind of got
the one where it was like sucking him up into the
Yeah, it's the light.
Yeah.
But now let's see. Who did you say you thought was in it?
D.B. Sweeney or something like that? Yeah.
Let's see here. Yep, D.B. Sweeney. You're right.
Yeah.
But I just saw the light and I'm thinking, oh god, because let's say that light was actually emanating from the outside and it went through the roof of the house,
Right.
Okay.
glow around the top, and the light has a slight bend to it.
It's
which
the
also
UFO.
shows very, very interesting. As it comes down, it gets a little thicker and has about a 5 or 6 degree bend midway through the beam.
If this is not trick photography, what is it?
Well, of course,
Sightings offered to
Photoshop
send an
wasn't available
investigative
back
team
then.
to Black Forest.
I'm kind of at the point now where I have the best in the field saying we don't know, and so that's why y'all are here, because we're kind of at the point now where, you know, if we have to accept it as paranormal, I guess we will.
The investigation focuses on 3 areas where activity is most pronounced.
Fancy
The
graphics.
exterior wall.
Yeah, I love the old Apple II
Yeah.
Matrix, wire. But do you remember back then when people had the huge fucking satellite dishes?
Oh yeah. I always
I
wanted
remember-
one. I thought they could get Miracle Television with that.
Oh, for that size, it better get things off of like Venus and Neptune and stuff.
Right.
I was gonna make the Uranus joke, but I won't.
Right. Yeah, they better get lots of Uranus in that.
Carries into the
Thank
Lee
you, Aaron.
satellite dish, the living room, and upstairs in the master bedroom.
I'm sorry, but the way I'm looking at it is I can't help but think like saying a group of assassins are about to kill this family. They had like this green wired Apple II projections. Like, okay, they're hiding up here in this room right here, and you see
You
the
see
camera
through the
going-
wall.
Yeah.
Right. I want to see
The
like a little
sightings team
tank.
brings in multiple cameras.
Oh, I mean, back in the old Apple II game.
Yeah, like the tanks coming through shooting.
I just remembered where I had a this reminded me of a movie. Did you ever see the very first Escape from New York movie?
Oh, Yep. John Carpenter.
They had the little wired outlooks like this on the video and stuff.
Yeah.
And upstairs in the master bedroom, the sightings team brings in multiple cameras and highly sensitive wireless microphones. A second crew hired by the Lees records our team so they can learn how to conduct follow-up investigations.
And then another team does their team. There's 12 levels.
I'm sorry, but if I was part of the sightings team that was like investigating this,
Right.
and then I look at my producer, I'm like, hey, Chuck, who are these guys? Well, they're here because they don't trust us.
Right. Don't worry, North Korea's watching them. So.
Yeah, it's like, what? They asked us to come here. They don't trust us enough.
Right. They're gonna steal stuff.
Yeah, what the?
We're gonna take your ghosts.
What kind of lame shit is this?
We're watching you.
Oh, by the way, if you hire the best and they don't find anything, shouldn't you get your money back?
You would think so. Yeah.
Spots,
At least a discount.
which we will attempt to substantiate with a thermal imaging system.
Any slight thermal changes the
Diet
camera will
Coke.
see. We take the temperature information and convert it to color, and there's 256 different colors.
Who said the 80s have died out
Less
yet?
than an hour into the investigation, unusual interference completely
I don't know
wipes
what
out
it
the
is.
team's audio system. It coincides with Echo Bodine's first psychic impressions of a threatening force.
I sat down and I was trying to listen to him, and I became aware of several voices over here, and so I turned around, and there's a male spirit standing right there.
That's the camera
In the
crew
precise
lady.
place where Echo was hiding, thermal imaging reveals an anomalous hotspot in the rafters. The heat reads as light blue, while the rest of the ceiling area reads in darker, cooler blues.
Okay, let's just be honest, okay?
Yeah.
You know, what's the possibility on the outside that a bird just didn't kamikaze the roof and just splat?
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of explanations why there'd be a hot spot on a roof. I mean,
Yeah, especially during. I didn't catch what time of the year this was. This could have been because of summer, for all we know. You know.
right. There might be like a metal vent or something.
Yeah.
And the sun heats it up like crazy and it heats the surrounding area.
Yeah, I mean, they even like in the beginning of the video, it even showed like they have like an antenna on top of the house.
And the range only goes from 72 to 95. So between the pink and the dark blue and light blue is probably only like, I don't even know, like 5 degrees different or
Yeah.
something.
Okay, but yeah, they have things on the house. I had an antenna. What's it to say that that can be like piping or something?
Yeah.
And pinks.
He's responsible for the things that have happened, and he will continue to be responsible for the things that will continue to happen. He considers this to be his place, basically.
A few minutes later, an unseen force pushes a heavy video camera off its sturdy tripod.
What just happened with the camera?
Well, the camera was set up here on the tripod. It was locked in, and all of a sudden,
so you thought.
it just took a header right off the tripod and landed on this light stand here and bent it.
The camera is undamaged, and the investigation continues in Steve and Beth's bedroom. Here, Echo receives her strongest psychic impressions.
What I'm feeling is this room is absolutely full of spirits. This room attracts spirits from the past. This is not a restful place. This is not a restful room to sleep in.
I like how they had the light. Oh, let's go back here.
This is not a restful
I like how they have the light just like ominously kind of like underneath her where it kind of makes a shadow on her face.
Right.
To
Like you say on a campfire story or something.
Yeah, to accentuate how like serious the situation is. You know, her face is ominously lit, ladies and gentlemen. But I was thinking back to where that when the camera fell off the tripod.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious, since it fell off, did that other camera crew that was hired to watch this
Yeah.
camera, did they see it fall
They
off?
should have shown that. Yeah.
Okay.
place. This is not a restful room to sleep in.
Again, there is physical evidence of an unexplained intruder. A slow, hollow thumping is picked up by a police scanner in a corner of the bedroom. It's also picked up by the sighting's audio operator and by Echo Bodine. It is unlike any kind of known electronic interference.
Steve turned on his scanner, and initially we heard that exact same noise, but now we're hearing something else, and it started out really slow. It sounded like sort of like footsteps, and now it's gotten a little faster, and this is how it sounds.
What's the odds that it could be the equipment that the investigators have?
This
Right.
is compelling evidence
There's so
that
much
some kind of
equipment in
physical
a
disturbance
small
is
area.
affecting the Lee
Yeah.
home. But the force seemed to be most evident in the emotional effect it had on members of the investigative team.
I, for one, would like to get out of here.
In the living room, Echo is asking Beth to recall some of her feeling of terror and anxiety when the feelings return unannounced.
All of a sudden, I felt like something was just holding me, and it was cold, and I wasn't sitting, I wasn't standing, and I couldn't breathe. And I was lightheaded, and I feel just like that right now.
Yeah, like it's almost like somebody opened up
and
a
they
cold
just
winter
kind
door.
of, but they're holding you and kind of going
again,
like
right here.
this.
Here, it's growing again.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger again. Unbelievable.
I have got to move for just a second.
It's really strong.
I've just got to get away from here.
Strong
wow.
presence here. Unbelievable.
With the
She
emotions,
just really has to pee.
there is more
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
electronic
say. Bathroom's
interference.
down the hall.
There seems to be a connection, and the team decides to move outside to the area between the living room's exterior wall and the satellite dish. It is here that the intersection of the physical and the emotional overtakes a member of the Lee's camera crew.
What's wrong, Sherry?
So that it'll release her.
I can't explain my arms. My arms
It's going inside of her, is what Echo said.
It's in my chest, my chest, my arms, my legs.
Panic attack.
Told her,
Lady, you're having a heart attack. Go to the hospital.
clear me now. Keep talking. Keep talking. Come on.
I'm clear.
Let's get the beta cam going.
Okay.
What is this?
All right.
What is this? No. It's okay, Sherry. Don't, Sherry, don't. It's just what they want you to do. Stay calm. Stay calm. I want to go away.
It's okay.
It's like it's an energy that's pulling on me, and the same time it's pulling on her. What is it?
As soon as she left the house, the terror subsided and was completely gone less than 24 hours later.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
You know, after this happened, the the retail value for this house probably sunk.
Unless there's
nobody-
people that want a ghost house, like there might be some weird people that would see that as a fun thing.
But that's true. But I can imagine now, like word of the shenanigans that went on in this house that night when it got out into the community.
Right.
That left a black mark. It's like
Good
anybody.
luck selling that place.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a phenomenon that Echo Bodine believes is a direct result of the more than 20 restless spirits she believes are trapped
20?
inside this house.
It's like a
On a 1 to 10
It's a
scale
menagerie.
to 10, the activity is monumental.
This preliminary investigation confirms what the Lee family has felt for more than a year. But more work will have to be done to determine why their home is being targeted and what it will take to appease.
Okay,
they
see,
should
like you
move
have...
that kid to the Children of the Corn town.
Oh, that's harsh.
That's
But-
a little blonde, blue-eyed kid.
But as we were talking about, like where the roof is, like you got some like a thing here.
Yeah.
You got the skylights here. And I think
Yeah.
there's also something behind this tree, and we don't even know what was off on to the far left.
Yeah.
Okay,
It makes sense there'd be
disappearance
heat
here.
differences.
Yeah.
Mainly, I just want a normal life again and to get it past us and get on down the road.
Since our investigation, the unseen forces inside the Lee home have turned violent. Steve Lee recently sent us this photograph of a large scratch across his forehead. There was no scratch on the negative. The following day, as this home video shows, Steve developed a large, painful welt on his forehead. His doctor can't explain the cause of the injury.
Baseball.
The Lees believe that this welt was caused by violent energy directed at Steve by an evil spirit within the house. They have agreed to update sightings if this strange phenomenon continues. And we will continue to update you.
Next, if there's life on Mars, is there a human connection?
I'm absolutely convinced we're related to other beings elsewhere in our galaxy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Maybe you are.
There is, or was,
Is or
life
was.
on Mars. This is the conclusion of many researchers.
Well,
who've
let's just
studied
throw
NASA
Will Be
photographs
also
of
in there,
Mars
just to
transmitted
cover
by
the
the
entire
Viking
spectrum.
spacecraft. Several photographs show a face staring out into the cosmos.
Hey, Mom, look at me.
It seems impossible. But as correspondent Carla Wold reports, there are clues here on Earth that add an intriguing new dimension to the face on Mars.
It's Trump.
Third
Trump
dimension.
did it.
Here in the countryside of south central England, in a hamlet named Avebury, stand 5,000-year-old stone structures of unknown origin. There are also circular mounds built for a purpose no one has deciphered. But now, an intriguing new theory suggests that these mysterious monuments are connected to similar formations on the surface of Mars.
The complex on Mars is exceedingly important in my view because it's highlighted by the presence of the famous face on Mars, which acted as a beacon and probably attracted our attention to the whole area.
David Percy is an author, filmmaker, and paranormal researcher. He believes that this face is not a trick of light and shadow, that it's part of a vast complex of Martian structures created by intelligent life.
This is the whole of the complex. Over here to the west, we have an area which we call the city. And over here to the right is a crater. And beneath it, down here, a spiral mound. And over to the west, a pyramid which is five-sided.
In 1991,
Wait a minute. A pyramid is five-sided?
Which, yeah, I guess you can have as many sides as you want with a pyramid. Screw you, traditional four-sided pyramid.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But anyway, what I was like, he's like, oh, well, we got these rock formations.
Right.
Or
Here's the bathroom.
It's a known fact that during the development of our solar system, these planets were impacted by fucking meteorites. And stuff.
Right.
And the guy even admits that there's a crater over here. What's going to say that these are not fucking meteorites?
They placed that crater there.
Yeah. It's all a conspiracy with the octopus.
Exactly. You can see the tentacles.
Yeah. Please don't kill me, octopus. I've been good.
8-sided pyramid.
Well, if you believe what, oh god, I can't recall what that guy's name is. He was one of Trump's supporters.
Mm-hmm.
He believed that the pyramids were nothing but, or the entire purpose was just to store grain. God, I can't recall what his name is, but the guy was like a brain surgeon or something like that.
Oh, Ben Carson.
It could be. I remember it's because I remember I was still going to college at the time.
Oh.
And me and mom were talking about it. So it's like, this guy actually believes that it's not for holding the deceased of the Egyptian royalty. No, they took all this time using slave labor to make elaborate grain silos.
The least efficient possible grain silos.
Yeah.
Okay.
While researching the Avebury crop circle phenomenon, Percy made a startling connection.
I took an Ordnance Survey map of the area and superimposed it over the NASA photograph of the complex in its entirety and found that it matched.
The most striking match was made here at the famous Avebury Circle.
It's about a quarter of a mile in diameter, and around about 5,000 years ago, they shifted approximately 4 million cubic feet of material. One would want to ask why. My hypothesis is that this is a copy of the crater on Mars.
That's a big stretch for a lot of people to believe that this is the duplicate of something on Mars.
Sure.
How do you get there?
Well, this isn't the only item that we're dealing with here. We have just a short distance away Silbury Hill. It's the same relative size as the spiral mound on Mars and is the same relative distance to the crater. It would have taken about 700 people 10 years to build this. It was.
You gotta admire this guy's dedication to believing this.
Yeah.
He has the football. He is running with it.
But his livelihood does count on it, right? He's not going to sell any books if he doesn't believe it.
Yeah, that's true. It's like he's believing this, and by God, nothing is going to persuade him otherwise.
Right.
Equivalent in effort to putting a man on the moon in the 60s.
Avebury Circle and Silbury Hill do bear an uncanny resemblance to their counterparts on Mars, but I found some of Percy's other theories harder to accept.
David, I have to tell you that this, to me, looks like an ordinary country path.
Yes, I agree with you. It is, in fact, an ordinary country path, but it happens to be the analogue of the top ridge of the pyramids in the city on Mars.
But if you really want to see something, don't you think you'll see it? I mean, can't you be making things because you want it to fit your theory?
Okay, in all due respect, I see the Mother Teresa every time I take a crap. It doesn't mean that it's actually there.
That seems disrespectful.
Okay, I see a Mother Teresa when I make my scrambled eggs. How's that?
That's better. Slightly better.
Okay, thank you. But the point I'm trying to make is like what she said. You know, if we believe something,
confirmation bias.
Yeah, if we see something, you know, it's gonna be there. We see it. You know, like,
right. We'll make a story that makes it make sense.
And the people who look at this information have to see for themselves. You've got to explain, for instance, why that crater is positioned exactly where it is on this planet. It isn't at a random place. It is a very accurately measured point between the North Pole and the equator. If you draw a line from the wall down to the south to the spiral mound, and then up again to that tetrahedral rim pyramid, you get just under 19.5 degrees. If you do exactly the same thing at Avebury, you get precisely the same measurement. You cannot get such a correspondence just by wishful thinking.
How do you think it was created? Who do you think created it, and why?
Clearly, this complex on Mars that we're talking about was built by intelligent beings who went to Mars and built the complex because they were working on a project. And this project, in my view, concerned the emerging beings on this planet.
Percy believes that the extraterrestrials came to Avebury centuries ago to change the course of human evolution, and they conducted experiments in genetic engineering.
I believe they constructed the complex to undertake a genetic project that concerned the emerging beings on this planet. And I believe that that spot marks the birthplace of human beings, Cro-Magnon man.
Percy has found an unlikely ally for his bizarre theory
Uh-oh.
in evolutionary researcher Stan Gooch. They
The
have
gooch.
concentrated on the
I
chain of
didn't
human
say it, ladies and
development,
gentlemen.
which made an unexpected and unexplained.
I'm already in the doghouse for the Mother Teresa in my crap comment. So yeah, I was gonna make a comment, but I didn't want to. You know, thank you, friend.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, the guy who's been talking about this theory,
Yeah.
is it me or does he look like he could be a distant relative of Bob Ross?
Oh yeah. He probably sees happy blues everywhere he goes.
No, there's no mistakes, just happy accidents.
Leap from Neanderthal man, who appears more ape-like, to Cro-Magnon man, who appears more human.
How do evolutionists explain that?
Well, they don't. They just drop the subject. They say, well, we'll find the home site of Cro-Magnon man one day, and it doesn't really matter. They just brush it aside.
What do you think of David's theory that in fact it was genetic interference from extraterrestrials that explains this?
I think the extraterrestrial theory is more likely than any, because why have we not found the home sites where Cro-Magnon evolved over periods of millions of years? That's
Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to make me
Why
some
would
tea.
extraterrestrials on Mars be concerned with our development down here?
Because they have always been concerned with our development. I'm absolutely convinced.
See, I told you,
we're
Bob Ross.
related to
Yeah.
other beings elsewhere in our galaxy, and indeed in other galaxies too.
You realize how fantastic all this sounds.
Yes.
Do you worry that
Yes.
people will think you're crazy?
No, because I believe we will actually be able to go to that site and see the things that they were doing. I predict that when we go there, we will find out a lot more that will corroborate this unfolding story.
Thank you, Elon Musk.
Yeah, he's there already.
NASA
Yeah.
agrees that the Viking space probe has made significant scientific contributions. However, they steadfastly maintain that proof of life on Mars is not one of them.
Hey, you know what? I just figured out a big mystery about aliens.
And that is?
We send space probes out to them.
Yeah.
They anal probe us. A probe for a probe.
Oh God. Yeah.
Seems fair. They're like, okay, you're gonna probe us? Get ready.
Well, the question is, hold on. The question is, let's say that one of their group, you know, the groups of their test location that they did for the anal probe. Let's say one of the location was Castle Rock. Do you think they got anything intelligent from that location?
The guy what?
Got anything intelligent from the Castle Rock specimen?
It's just a tit for a tat thing, right? Like we started it by probing them. They're just getting their revenge anally. Anal revenge.
Yeah.
That sounds like a porn movie.
Maybe the shape of the probes that we sent to them, they viewed as disrespectful.
That's true. They're like, we're
it's like-
going to do things to your butt.
Yeah. but like we view it as like anal wrongdoing, I guess you could say. But to
Rape.
them, how? Thank you, anal rape.
Anal rape, everyone.
But
Ladies
how
and
do we know
gentlemen.
like anal rape here on us isn't their way of saying hello back there?
That's true. It's literally like, be culturally sensitive, dude. Just take it.
Yeah.
Like this is uncomfortable. No, just act like it's nice.
Yeah. This is their way of saying hello. They really like you.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I wish they didn't like me so much.
God, we're gonna get censored on YouTube big for this.
Oregon's mysterious sand rings.
I believe that there are non-physical, non-terrestrial intelligence.
And who's watching for killer comets?
Now, here are some of the stories Sightings is following in the news. World-renowned alien abduction expert Dr. John Mack is facing serious charges from some of his colleagues at Harvard. They want him
Whoa.
out.
Let me guess, they think he's at that
At
job.
Harvard University,
Cambridge?
Massachusetts, Pulitzer Prize-winning professor of psychiatry John Mack is embroiled in a fight for academic freedom, unprecedented in the school's 360-year history, all because of this book on the alien abduction experience.
I believe one has to expand our notion of the possible and the real to even begin to take this in.
Dr. Mack's book is a case-by-case study of his own patients' encounters.
It was a little gray being, and it seemed to be female just the way it was sitting.
As his book earned increasing publicity, a faculty committee began questioning Dr. Mack's psychiatric methods. Despite more than 30 years teaching at Harvard, Dr. Mack was threatened with expulsion.
The number of the people who have gone forward to work with me, with the media, and connect with my book, have in fact been threatened with loss of their jobs, and people have actually lost their jobs.
After a year-long investigation, John Mack was permitted to remain at Harvard, with the warning that his future studies must be, in the panel's words, more scholarly.
In other words, no more quack shit.
Right. They think he's just a butt freak.
Yeah, apparently.
You know, I work in the mental health profession myself. I've seen thousands of clients over the years. 0 alien abductions in my experience.
Really?
Yeah, not a one. I did have a friend that swears that they didn't see Bigfoot, but they heard Bigfoot.
Have you ever had any? No, I know you can't say names or anything. I wouldn't expect you to. But have you had anybody like ghosts or anything like that?
A couple people that were like really superstitious. You know, and like I just tell them like there's nothing I can do about helping them with that.
Yeah, you're more based in the physical aspect of everything.
Right, exactly. Has to be science, observable, testable, measurable kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Our island in space, our Earth, is threatened by giant chunks of galactic debris hurtling blindly through space.
Thanks a lot,
when the
Bush.
Schmidt-Levy comet crashed into Jupiter in 1994, it was Earth's wake-up call. A congressional task force was formed to monitor the potential danger to our planet. But recently, the task force was disbanded. In a special issue of
Thanks,
Astronomy
Republicans.
magazine,
Yeah.
Robert Burnham warns that
Fucking
this means there
fascist.
are now more people working behind the counter of one fast food restaurant than there are watching the entire.
Oh my God! What if some of the people that was released from this program are actually the ones working at McDonald's? So, John, what did you do? What did you do before you started working with us? Yeah, I actually worked in Washington D.C. I was actually looking for interstellar bodies that pose a threat to our planet. Why the fuck are you working here with us then?
They closed the program.
Yeah.
Want prize with that?
Yes. I can tell you the degree that the fries are going into the fryer.
Comets and asteroids have hit the Earth before. Craters range in size from just a few feet to over 5,000 square miles. According to Astronomy magazine, NASA researchers believe there are over 1,000 near-Earth objects large enough to cause a global cataclysm if they hit.
Near-Earth objects.
However, fewer than 10%
Neo.
of them have actually been discovered.
Oh, I get it.
So the next time
Yeah.
you go to your favorite fast food joint, count the number of people behind the counter. Then remember that your lunch order is getting more attention than Target Earth.
This guy's totally doing his Rod Serling impression as far as his voice is going. He's doing the Twilight Zone.
The rugged Oregon coastline, in this inaccessible cove, someone or something has left a calling card, and the message is strikingly similar to the one.
Wait a
left in-
minute. Wait a
What?
minute. Well, I gotta check something out.
Is that in Oregon?
Well, yeah, this is in Oregon, but it's the symbol here. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
You've seen it before?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Oh my God. This was the birth of Ubisoft.
Wait. Does this mean what's that game? That Assassin's Creed is true?
It could be.
Oh
Holy
man.
shit, because Assassin's Creed did deal with aliens and shit.
And dimensions like time travel and yeah.
Oh my God.
Mystery solved. Ubisoft.
Yeah. Okay. Enough with the funny stuff.
crop fields worldwide. But instead of corn
Oh,
or
it's still.
wheat,
Oh, there we go.
this message is written in the sand.
Who the circle makers
Huh.
are, I believe that they are non-physical,
Well, just wait till the wind comes. It'll be gone.
intelligence.
I like how they just do this. They're like, I decide
The
that
Center for
they're
Crop
fake.
Circle Studies U.S. network. She has investigated dozens of inexplicable formations in farmers' fields throughout North America and has found a strong connection between crop circles and sightings of UFOs. In Hunt Point, Oregon, the formation of the sand
Where?
circle was also connected to a
Port?
UFO.
Or
Huntport? I've never
Yeah,
heard
here,
of
yeah, let's take a look.
Huntport.
I never heard of that either.
It's probably because you have to hunt for it.
Yeah.
I like the ports that you don't have to hunt for.
Oregon. Maybe it's just Hunt, Oregon now.
I don't know.
Let's try Hunt.
Can you look it on a map?
Okay, hold on. Let me just.
Maybe it's 2 words. Hunt.
Okay, let's do
Although that doesn't
map.
really make sense.
Maps.google.com. Not Google.
Google.
Yeah.
Google. Google 13.
Okay, let's see here. Hunt, Port, Oregon.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's North Hunt.
Uh-oh, the
There's-
aliens have erased it.
Well, it has been 20 plus years. For all we know, in 20 years, if aliens have been fucking with us, there could have been like a whole other continent out there that we weren't aware of.
It's true, Atlantis.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is the first time that we've ever had sand rings. Certainly on the beach, it's the first time in sand at all. There was a light seen offshore the night before the sand rings were discovered.
Lady, it's called the moon.
This area is under the high water line twice a day.
Further study and more photographic evidence is impossible. As quickly as it appeared, the Hug Point sand ring was gone, washed away by the tide. We'll have more
Then they shot somebody?
news next time. Now, here's what's coming up on Sightings.
Laylee Hayslip's book inspired Oliver Stone to make Heaven and Earth. Now, Sightings investigates the frightening story of a restless spirit that haunts her family.
Okay, and since you said you want to do it like an hour to an hour and a half, let's see here. So this will probably be the last case, okay?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
Iran's top military command speaks out about a dramatic UFO encounter.
Before I continue, do you want to do the book or do you want to do the Iran UFO?
I really think that the book thing is interesting, but I really want to see the Iran guy talk. So let's
Okay,
go
so-
with the Iran guy.
Okay,
No
so-
disrespect to I think the Vietnam story is probably really important and heartfelt and all those kind of things, but we so seldom get to hear anyone that's like an official in Iran talk. That I'm
Yeah.
just curious as hell to see how they talk about this sort of thing.
If it actually shows.
Yeah.
Okay,
There
here
we go.
Maybe, yeah. I'm halfway expecting the guy to come on from Iran to say, "Death to America! Death to America! Death
That's
to
what
you all!"
we've been taught. They just
Yeah.
hate us.
And they're trying to get contact.
Incredible Hulk colors.
Yeah, purple and green, dude.
Yeah.
Sightings recently reported on a 1976 confrontation between the Iranian military and a UFO. Well, since that report, 2 new witnesses have come forward to describe their roles in the historic event. After 20 years of silence, the former deputy commander and
Butter.
a lieutenant general in the Imperial Iranian
With some
Air Force
turkey and some
are finally
stuffing.
speaking out.
Black Forest ham.
Recreated
Yeah.
this Iranian television documentary. On September 19, 1976, an enormous UFO was tracked across Iran by the Imperial Air Force. In an
Imperial.
exclusive sightings interview, former Imperial Air Force Generals Nader
Darth
Yousefi
Vader.
and Mahmoud Savahan described the tense
Dun,
struggle mission
dun,
in which
dun,
a
dun, dun.
F-4 fighter jet chased and attempted to engage.
We
the
want to
UFO.
avoid any imperial
Now, for the first
disturbances.
time in nearly 20
I
years,
find your lack of
General
faith
Amir
disturbing.
Karyabinpour, the second highest ranking officer in the Shah's Imperial Air Force, and his deputy commander, General Abdullah Azerbaijan, spoke exclusively to Sightings about what they believe happened on that historic night in 1976.
I had a statement from the pilots, I had statement from General Yousefi and also control tower. And having those calls from a civilian around the town, I was convinced that was a UFO. So this is how we went into investigation.
As far as my experience is concerned, it can be American airplane, it can be Russian, it can be any technology to be like that, except some super technology, which is only UFO.
General Azerbaijan conducted a thorough investigation into the bizarre events of September 19th. He sent his report to the Shah's military liaison and to Iran's U.S. military advisors. For the first time, he reveals what he told the U.S. military.
The highlight of the information that we gave to the U.S. government was, number one, we told them that the high rate of crime and high rate of extradition that we saw from the UFO was something which was not existed those days. Number two, this jamming capability to jam at such a wide range of frequencies.
Only a few.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
Think it was great for strawberry.
I think they gave him the raspberry.
Oh, that's the ultra one.
You don't want to go there, but
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Where's Lord Helmet when we need him?
He's playing with his little
related to this
figures.
incident have been declassified.
And you know
But
it.
Independent data corroborating Azerbaijan's account.
You
have
didn't
been
see me playing
uncovered.
my toys. No,
A
sir, I did
United
not.
States reconnaissance satellite was monitoring the skies over
Good.
Iran on September 19, 1976, and recorded the movement of an unidentified flying object. Sightings has learned that the top secret notation 238 scans indicates that the UFO event lasted more than an hour. The meaning of possible SR is still classified.
I don't have any doubt
Super
about
rad.
UFO.
Yeah.
UFO exist, and they're trying to find some way to get contact with our world. That is my feeling, and I am positive.
The problem is they communicate solely
Important
through anal
information
probe,
about the
and we don't know how to
UFO
speak that
incident
language
may
yet.
be found in military files
That's
in
very
Tehran.
true.
But since the ouster of the Shah, the military personnel in this report have been stripped of any privileges or access they were entitled to in Imperial Iran. Until further notice, the door to this case is closed.
Oh, you talk to the Americans. No more rights for you.
It's always interesting. You know, like I look at all these UFO stories in a different light now that the American government has admitted that there's UFOs.
Yeah.
Because like before it was like, oh, these guys are all crazy, and now I watch them like, maybe they're not.
Yeah, and the fact that they punished this guy,
Yeah,
that goes to show that they
kind of what they do in Iran, though, right? They just punish people.
Yeah, but I mean the fact that is also he went to the Americans, so that he must have
Yeah.
felt like that they were really threatened or something. If he goes, you know, like we got invaders from sky who nuke us or Imperial dogs.
The other weird thing about this too, I never really thought about it before, but like if you were in another country, you'd always have to assume like America had some crazy technology. Like we're Americans, right? Like
Yeah.
we know that we have the best stuff. We have the most technology. We have stuff that nobody else can do. And so we don't have to think about it. But if you're in like Iran and you saw something, you'd be like, holy shit, do the Americans build that? Like that would be your first thought all the time. It's like they can do stuff we can't all the time. Like we atomic bombed Japan. Nobody else could do that. But it's just kind of like we take it for granted because it's like that's what we do.
Well, it's kind of like God, I don't want to say like a ladder, but you know, like you said, that UFO appears, they think that it's us. Well, we'll sort of say we think we see a UFO, and then we think it's the Russians, you know, or the Chinese.
Right. But not anymore, do we? Like, I mean, maybe the Chinese, but like technologically, it'd be more likely like Japan, probably.
Oh,
than
yeah, Japan and China, but yeah.
as far as technology goes, even though China or Japan's tiny and they don't have like a super huge military, but like I don't think China or Russia would really have the technology necessarily.
I think China. I think they're.
Although they could have stole it, right? Like the Russians are really good hackers.
Yeah.
They're probably the best hackers, and so they would be able to just steal anything if there was American stuff.
Okay, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for this episode. We saw a few cases from sightings. We went to the famous hills of Black Ham.
Delicious.
We saw Bob Ross's distant cousin talking about the similarities on Mars and in the Earth.
Yeah, that was interesting. Not super compelling, but interesting.
And let's see here, what else? We saw how a family, you know, just going back a little bit, but we
terrorized.
saw how a family was not only terrorized, but uber paranoid of Fox to the point that they hired their own camera crew to watch sightings camera crew.
And then they missed the camera drop.
Yeah.
Sad.
And then we saw a person from Iran who tried to get the word out and he ended up getting punished for it.
Is it possible to look up those people that lived in that house? Like you could just Google their names or something?
I could try here. I'll have to here. Let's share the thing again. Okay, let's see.
I would always love to like find these people on Facebook and stuff now.
Oh
like,
God, just don't harass them.
No. I just mean to view, not to
Okay,
not to
I'm just
contact necessarily. Just
okay. I'm just gonna see if they have like a name tag.
Steve turned on his
Okay, Katie Bell.
scanner,
Nah.
and initially we heard that exact same noise, but now we're hearing.
Well, let's just go back here.
Voices, statements from multiple eyewitnesses, and bizarre photographic images.
Things started coming out in the photograph.
Wait, Steve Lee.
Okay, Steve Lee. Yeah, put Steve Lee and Black Forest in Google and see.
The Black Forest hunting. Let's see. The Haunted Forest.
Oh, okay. That's from 2016.
Yeah, let's see here.
It says attraction, so maybe somebody did pay a bunch of money to buy it.
The Haunted Forest in Colorado is sure to give you nightmares.
Yep. That's it, isn't it?
I believe, yeah, because it has a little ladder ball. It's actually not that spaced apart in this picture, but remember the other one looked like you could actually climb up it?
Yeah.
Maybe they fixed it up or something. The legend of Black Forest hunting began back in 1991, where Steve and Beth Lee purchased the secluded dream home that they'd been renting before the ink had even dried on the contract. The Lee family began to experience nothing short of a living hell. Now, the way that it sounded like in the video, it sounded like that they were renting other homes and then they bought this one.
Right. It's weird that the disturbances didn't start till they bought
Yeah.
the house. They only haunt the owners, not the renters.
Yeah, maybe the owners put a curse on the house or something. Let's see here. Again, living hell. The couple would hear unexplainable noises and while trying to sleep, including chains, loud orchestra music, footsteps, and more. Smelled unbearable chemical-like fumes around the house and saw several flashing lights after installing an expensive state-of-the-art security system and drained the family's bank account in order to hire private investigators. The Lees reached out to television show Sightings to see if they could determine the cause of the spooky occurrences. And then it just goes on. But it doesn't look like it's anything up to date because all the pictures they're using is from
old.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's just check that here. Black Forest hunting. No pictures there. Steve Lee house.
Rift in space-time. There's a theory.
Oh.
I don't know. I saw that somewhere.
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
this was August 4th of 2017. They don't have any up-to-date stuff. I'm wondering if they just like kind of watched the same video we did.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so but that was it for tonight's show. Do you got any plans on this Saturday or Sunday?
Not that I know of. Sunny's gonna be gone from Friday till Monday, I think. She's got some girlfriends coming into town and they're all just gonna be staying at the hotel in Spokane. Just doing girl things. So it'll just be me and Eden. So I should have time. I mean, I will be busy because I'll be having to do all the stuff that she normally does, but
Okay, so I was actually thinking if I can find it on YouTube. I was actually thinking about us watching a public domain movie.
Sure, yeah.
Ever watched the classic I think it's either 1968 or 1967 black and white classic Night of the Living Dead?
Oh, of course, yes.
Well, that's what we'll watch again, on Saturday or Sunday now.
That sounds good. I like that.
Okay, so until then, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight's episode of Two Friends Watch Sightings. Stay tuned, and then we will see you on the weekend with Two Friends Watch Night of the Living Dead.
Or Two Friends Watch Fuck. Just porn videos.
Oh,
that'll get YouTube excited and Facebook.
Yeah, just the mention of
Two
porn
Friends
alone.
Watch anal probing.
You would
It's culturally sensitive, everyone.
Yeah.
We're trying to
Yeah.
speak the aliens' language when we watch anal
Exactly.
probing. It's not for fun. It's for anthropology.
Yeah, it's for education.
Gross. I don't want to do butt stuff. I'm not really into that. People like
But-
different things.
Anyway, we will see everybody on the weekend. So my name is Jeff, aka GCurse, and this is Aaron, aka Navrin, reminding you to keep looking up.
Mm-hmm.
We may
Before they
probes. Yeah.
watch your behind. Look up,
Yep.
but watch your behind.
Yeah. Watch up, look up, and keep those butt cheeks clamped.
Yeah. You got to work them out because it's easy to get in there.
Peace out, everyone.
Take care.